Sunny South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, cause it's showtime!
Welcome to the breakfast.
To the
I
breakfast.
can't get used to that. Welcome to all our friends across America, U.S., Canada. You know, I looked at Roku. We are everywhere. Welcome. Listen, do you know what I feel? Do you know what I feel?
You look a little sunburned. Did you go to the beach or something
No,
today?
I did not.
This
I
weekend?
slept. I actually slept for more than 12, I don't know, a whole bunch of hours. But you know what I'm feeling?
What?
I'm feeling change is upon us.
I'm feeling you're happy, so I'm going to go with
No,
it.
it's not about being happy. I feel the change.
Gee.
I think, I got to tell you, there are so many things that you can pick on with people. Oh, I forgot to do this.
Like everything I just told you before we went on it. Oh, my God.
If that don't wake you up, nothing will. But no, it's funny because there are so many things that you could pick on people. It's really easy to pick on those that are trying to do the right thing and they just can't get out of their own way sometimes because the words are all scrambled. It's like, you know, you fry an egg, right?
Yes.
And it's delicious.
Yes.
You scramble an egg, and it's delicious. But a scrambled egg and a fried egg are speaking the same thing, even though the same
And it's still the egg.
Yes. And that's what I feel. And I don't care about that no more. It's time to get back here, because they came up with something that I've been screaming about for weeks. If you're a business, and I'm talking to business owners, people that work for businesses, if you have your owner's ear, if you are an employee at a restaurant, and you can talk to your owners, we got to change the way we do business. You got to change. And they're saying now it is up to us how we do it. If you don't want people telling you what to do, how to do it, when to leave your house, then you're going to have to take accountability into the equation.
Really?
Yes. You want to do a restaurant, you want to do it safely. You want to, listen, I got some news today, and I'm not going to go down this road because that's not what I'm about today, but somebody that we both know has made a drastic change in his life, and it ain't for the better because the have and the have-nots, yes, I understand the theory. But before we go down that, we have to change how we do business. It is time. I feel it. I woke up this morning, and I'm singing, and Linda says, "Are you insane?" Yes, I am insane.
You are insane.
I am insane because, you know, it's easy to be down. I was upset on Friday because I didn't understand why they were opening. But today, over the weekend, they sent a different message. Well, telling you can open, but you are now responsible for coming up with a plan that makes sense. Make sense? Don't look at me that way. Say yes or no. Are you breathing?
I'm trying to choose my words carefully. Happy Monday to you, first of all.
Happy Monday.
Monday.
Why-
Welcome
don't
back
choose
to the
your
studio.
words
I want to
carefully.
choose my
Tell
words
me.
carefully because
Tell me the truth.
it's a matter of interpretation. The message that came on Friday, you could have interpreted it the same way. Why did you have to wait for them to tell you how to do that on Monday? You're a very smart
because
man.
On Friday, I was like everybody else. I'm waiting for Big Brother, the government, somebody to say, okay, go back to work.
Well, Big Brother screwed it up.
That's the stupidest thing to do. It's not their responsibility. It is mine.
Yes.
It's
To
our
do it
business.
responsibly.
It's my business. It's your business. It's our business.
Yes.
It is our responsibility, so we have to come up with the plan
Absolutely.
that makes sense.
Yes.
But that's not what we've been doing. We've been sitting back.
No, you've been sitting back.
I have not. I gotta tell you, I got a phone call from Steve-O. He gave me a lead, a gentleman that wants to do some business with us in New York City, or somebody. I got in touch with Gubba Rum, worked on their commercial, pushing that out as well. So to give people an opportunity to earn some commissions by moving some bottles around. I don't care if it's 1 bottle, 10 bottles, 100 bottles, make no difference. Trying to get money back into the community. I have the access to the channel that was going to be a pay-per-view for companies away from Facebook because you can't do music or other things on Facebook, right? On this particular channel, you can. It's a whole new platform. You know, it's a whole new sheriff in town. But the object of the game is that we have to be creative. We have to be smart. And most of all, we got to be safe. Can't just put people into a room and say, okay, here, go buck crazy. Can't do that.
No.
Got to be safe. Got to be safe on and this affects everybody. I don't want to hear about you're 34 and you're not going to get affected. I don't want to hear it. Wash your hands, be clean. That's our responsibilities, to create a safe environment, to do what we need to do safely. But I feel it. I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling change. You know, Israel came over and talked to me for 20 minutes. He hasn't spoken to anybody in days. And he says, you know, Freddie, you're 100% right. It's time that we take responsibility and do things responsibly. You want to go to the beach? Check this out, the beach. No chairs, no blankets, no walking, no stepping, no nothing. So what the hell are you going to go to the beach for? To go to the ocean and go, ooh, bah, bah, and then walk away.
Okay.
That's it. You agree with that?
Enjoy Mother Nature. There's a lot of things I don't agree with. And, you know, it's the interesting thing is you and I have done a Freaky Friday on a Monday because I am a lot of things grinding my gears right now, but I will not air them.
Why
so
are
we're
you
going to keep
grinding your
going.
gears? Why are you upset?
I'm upset over a lot of things,
You
but
need
I'm not
time to
going
be
to talk
upset.
about
It
it.
is time to pick it up.
Really?
And bring it
See,
home.
we have changed places today because the news I got over the weekend, the hedge funds and the big corporations and the
Here it
publicly
comes.
traded companies
Oh,
that got
making
money.
making more money.
And those people that don't have a paycheck company that write their paychecks,
Absolutely
or
right.
those independent contractors that
Absolutely right.
can't get approved. This is fair. Why?
Is-
Because the haves knew,
Nobody, hold on.
and,
Nobody
and
said
those
it's
that
fair.
don't.
They didn't say nothing is fair.
Those
This
that
is not
filed
fair.
their own taxes that don't have proper ways to upload documents aren't approved, and those that knew it was coming and they've got people in lobbying offices and they know people in the legislature and they got it in and they got approved for millions and millions.
And they have millions.
Exactly.
The millionaires got more millions.
And we've got people here starving. We've got people that can't pay their rent,
They
that
can't
are
even
living
get
out of their
$10 for
car,
a box
that
of
are
food.
committing suicide because why?
Yes.
So you want to know what grinds my gears?
I understand completely.
That.
But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You know the system's broke.
It's
You
even
know-
more broken.
You know now it's exposing those parts of the systems that are broke. And it's making it even tougher and harder for those that don't have.
Yeah.
Okay? I get it. But Dawn, we can complain. You want to put 500 people together? Oh, we can't do that either. You want to, I don't know how you're going to complain. You want to scream out?
I
You
don't want to complain. I want to fix it.
But how do you fix it?
I don't
How do
know.
you fix thousands of, how do you fix a lot of years of the system not working correctly?
Not only a lot of years of the system not working correctly, when they put this in place, it was not put in place correctly. It was still taken advantage of. And even if you put your money back in, some did, some didn't. These huge hedge funds have not. Publicly traded companies are not supposed to be having this money.
But they have it.
But they have it.
But they have it.
And we know
So-
people that can't feed their
But
children
let
right now.
me ask you a question. Did you just discover that the have-nots are among us?
Not at all.
Did you
This
discover?
just is even more eye-opening that it continues to perpetuate, even in this type of situation, when it was supposed to be for small business under 500 employees, when all they did, all these big businesses did was they tweaked it and they made it for them. And you know what? They took the money before anyone else got it. And what happens? There's no more money. You can reapply today.
Well, they have
and
a new-
what?
they
And
got
now
a
you've
new-
got another 2 weeks of having no money.
They got another 43 billion. Yes, listen, but the funny thing about all of this is that before the pandemic,
Yes.
those people that don't have didn't have.
And that makes it right. Why?
It doesn't make it right. But the problem we're having is that we didn't do anything about it back then. Dawn, my father came to this country with $1.25 in his pocket. And my mother used to tell me this story. She lent him the $1.25. That's how they met, right? And he made himself something because he had opportunity. People coming here, it's even harder because the opportunities are less. People are screaming about not letting people come over. People are screaming about not giving up jobs. Jobs that nobody wants. And you can't give that to them either. Okay. So the have-nots don't even know what a hedge fund is. My father would have said a hedge fund is like a hedge. You got to clip the hedge. You don't know what a hedge fund is.
I mean, when I heard more of that today, this should have been
But you're
put in-
upset today.
You know why? Because it's worse. Our government shut everything down, right? Everyone's told to quarantine, stay safe in place. put everyone's health first, right? What stayed open? Big corporations, big grocery stores, big places, big box stores. They stayed open because they were essential. What about the small little grocery stores?
Well, you heard what Cuomo said.
What about all these other things?
Well, hold on.
Why were they not able to? Yeah.
Cuomo says something very interesting.
What'd he say?
You want to go back to work? Go work for an essential business. Go work at a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people you know in your circle is going to go work at a grocery store today? Today. Going to go work at McDonald's today. Who? Publix? Did you see what happened at Publix?
What? All the different.
They finally came out because you and I both know the inside track on Publix for weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
So those poor guys earning $8 an hour were exposed, and you want to go work for with anybody you know, go work for Publix. Because I don't know nobody.
We've got some of our crew that works for Publix.
Forget about that. I'm talking about people that have not businesses. The businesses that didn't get the monies. With anybody, Cuomo said, you wanna work? Be a first responder. Be an essential. Go work at a grocery.
Oh, it's just that's all wrong on so many other levels.
It isn't, but he's making a point.
The point is, if your father had the opportunity to start a business in this country, right? We are a democratic, so they say, country, that we have the right to create and to have our own business. No one expected this. Businesses were shut down. And then the government says, we're going to help you out. We're going to help out small business. But did they? No. They helped out big business. So the small business that we all have the right to create as a United States, as an American in this country, that we created and people work, blood, sweat, and tears, sweat equity, and your rights are taken away because you were told to stay home, we're going to help you out and give you money, but you can't get it because you don't have the right paperwork to upload. And even if you do, the other people are going to get the money first. This is fair?
No. They didn't say we're going to fairly help you.
Well, that's just wrong.
Well, let me
That
ask
is
you.
wrong on so many levels.
But let me ask you, do you know anybody that had the stimulus, the 1,200?
Yeah.
Was that federal money?
I don't know what money it
It was
was.
federal money.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so was $1,200 more than anybody else is giving these kids or anybody else that got it?
Okay.
Okay, that's one thing. And constitutionally, you know how this country is made up by the Constitution. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. The Constitution, and again, you can correct me all you want, you can call me, whatever you want. The Constitution, the federal government is not supposed to be in the business of the states. This is something that unfortunately during the Depression, the government collected money because of taxes, and they now will give monies into the states if there's a federal attachment to it. It's really complicated. But all in all, the federal government is not even supposed to do bailouts. International flights, for example, is okay because they're interstate. If you have an interstate business, it's okay. We're like on the borderline because we're on radio, which is interstate. So it's kind of interesting. But if you have a small business that doesn't do interstate travel, the federal government technically, and don't get mad, is not supposed to help you. The states are. But that's changed because now we look at.
Well, the federal government isn't technically supposed to tell you to close your business and stay home either. So
No,
you can do
it's
all these
supposed to be-
technicalities.
It's supposed to be the governors, and they actually went in that direction.
So technical
which
is technical.
Well, but that's the problem. The problem is that the haves have and got half mores. The problem is
And
that the
that's what
have-nots
grinds my
have less.
gears.
Okay, so we're in agreement. You are 110% right. You're
So
right.
that's what grinds my
You're,
gears.
Okay, and you know what? And justifiably, you're right. What do you want to do now?
Fix
we-
it.
How do you want to fix it?
Got to find a way. I want to find people, and actually, we're going to have Lauren Cohen on tomorrow. I'm going to reach back out to Ian. I want to know how small businesses can get access to the money, because the banks are saying you need
Let's
all
get
these
Ian on the
forms.
line.
Different other pay. I don't know about PayPal, but Square is doing it. Nationwide. All these others.
Hold on. Square's doing it. I did Square
And
for my PPP. You might as well call it anyway. The PPP on Square. I went through an hour with Square.
you had nothing to upload, right?
And they said, okay, now upload your documents.
Exactly my point.
They don't tell you what documents.
Oh, I know.
Upload your documents.
Hence my point.
Okay. So I called my CPA.
Uh-huh.
He's not in.
Of course not.
He's nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
I called the company that represents my CPA.
Uh-huh.
They're not open.
Right.
So I call another accountant. He says, your accountant will tell you what to do. I can't reach him. Well, I guess you're out of luck. I get it.
Hence
Square,
my point.
I love you. But if you're not going to tell me what I got to do, and I don't know what I got to do, then I can't do it. I got a message today. I started this Friday.
I know.
You didn't finish. No kidding, I didn't finish. I don't know what documents to send.
And then they tell you what documents to send, but depending on your structure of your business, your accountant may not fill those forms out on the ones that they want.
That's right.
So again, out of luck, because the way
So,
you ran
well,
your
I'm not going to
business.
qualify for a PPP.
Right. Is that fair?
That I don't qualify? I don't think it's a question of fair.
It is, because
I'm going to challenge you on the air. It's my fault.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because I don't run my business right. Because I should know these things. Because I should have a better grip on what the hell I'm doing, not just doing it. You know, we walk. We're like zombies. We walk every day doing our business. And then when crunch time comes and we can't answer the bell, whose fault is it? The government? It ain't the government's fault that I don't know what paperwork to do. It's my fault, Dawn. You got to man up. I messed up. I'm in the soup because of me. Now, I'll give you a better one. Over the weekend, I offer free airtime, real satellite radio, for free. And people didn't respond. They didn't say nothing. So you want me to say, oh, it's the government's fault. It isn't. There's no accountability here. To get to work, my father says you got to sweat. If you don't want to sweat, now if you have money, like you see some people in Greece, they have money, they're spending the quarantine, the beautiful islands that they own, living the lavish life. Okay, so I tip my hat. They work to get it like everybody else.
Maybe.
Whatever. You don't know the story, maybe. So getting angry, grinding gears ain't enough. You're in a position, you started to work with Feed America on the weekend, right? You started Friday with that.
Yep.
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, we got more coming.
But then, you know what, Dawn? You can do only what you can do.
We got more coming.
That PPP thing, I don't get it. If I had Ian in front of me right now, I'd say, Ian, I'm going to tell you something. I don't get it. It don't work. I don't understand. Unemployment is down. The machines are down again until they say today for Florida. It's been, what, 3-4 weeks?
It's a mess. All I can say is happy Monday, everyone. That's just grind my gears over the weekend. Sorry, and this morning
I
got
feel
more
good, baby.
information. So I just think this
just
should
make-
not be a society of haves and have-nots, not in
But
a
it is.
situation where things are taken away from us against our control. Anyway,
Ain't nobody taking
let
you
us
out.
know how we can fix it, how we can help you, how we can, if you need food, if you need funds, if you need clothing, let us know how we can help you. Our network
Some
is
people actually did that.
our
I saw
network
that.
is tremendous,
Amy.
and we're actually going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about that. We've got Amy joining us. Amy is the mom of our incredible show that we air every other Monday night on WNN called Kids in Capes. She's going to be joining us to talk about a
I
couple
didn't
things.
even know she was coming.
She's not. She's in my ear. So stay tuned. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. celebration of a lifetime begins here.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T dry cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events they might have coming up.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Wake up, Dawn.
I'm up. I am so up. That's a whole nother thing. I didn't sleep a whole lot this weekend. I finally slept a little bit last night.
I've been sleeping, baby. Sleeping?
Finally slept a little bit last night, but got a lot done, and we're going. The sun is shining. It's a little bit cool out. It's not 90 degrees out.
Did I read that we're doing another CBD blast?
We are?
We are? Okay.
We are. We've had Amy Trujillo joining us, but she keeps freezing. So, Amy, maybe you can connect to the Ethernet that you use for the kids. If not, Teddy, let me know when she comes back in, or just bring her over. We're going to keep going.
Now, that's an interesting subject matter with Amy. She's the one with the kids in capes.
Mom of Kids in Capes. We're going to bring Amy over because not only does Amy have the most incredible children that do this show, and they work so hard. There she is all the time. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing? You look terrific.
Yay, thank you.
So the kids are schooling and you're working. Did she freeze?
Yep. Frozen.
She froze.
The frozen tundra.
I know. It's not. I guess everyone's back on the internet doing their thing.
There is, because like I told you before, unfortunately, unemployment is opening up today.
But Amy does a lot of work. She put a post out on Friday that she had found out there were 21 families in need of food, right in our community, in need of food, in need of paying some bills, their rent, their electric, things like that. We were in the middle of production. I reached out to her and she said, how can, whatever you can do to help. So, she's back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
It might go in and out, but I just click a button and I'm back in.
Okay,
so
good.
Bear with me.
So we had so many things to talk to you about. We were just talking about what I saw you post on Friday. Because what's grinding my gears is the haves have more and the have-nots have less. And we have people right in our community that need food. They need to keep their roof over their head. They need electricity. They need help. What are you doing, and how did this all happen?
Hit the button. Hit your button, because you're frozen.
So she reached out, and for food, of course, and that was easy. Deborah Tendrich, right? If you know someone that needs food in this community, there is no better person that connects and does. I was trying to get Deborah on, but she's getting a 200-pound food delivery this morning at 10 o'clock to bring out between 10 and 2.
Now, did you see what Publix is doing? It's funny because people tell me they've been doing this. I never heard of it. They have decided to buy foods from the farmers, 150,000 pounds.
I'm back.
And she's back. And distributing it. So let's get to her before she loses.
Before I lose you again. Tell us how you're working with these families if people want to help. She's not back very long.
Back. So they're giving out the foods. which I'm happy to hear. They also are taking precautions now. They're putting up the glass like they do at different places, and they should mandate that you must wear a mask in Publix. I don't understand what is taking so long to do that. What's the problem?
Well, it's a whole nother corporate problem, but there are people we have to get food to. There are people that need electricity. There are people that need things in our community. And Amy knows of 21 families through one organization. I am sure there are many, many more. So I connected her with Deborah Tendrich from Eat Better, Live Better, eblb.org. And Deborah is getting hundreds and hundreds of pounds of food a day, either donated or through funding that people are purchasing. She's delivering it out throughout our community.
How are they delivering it?
I'm going to try and get Deborah on one day this week, maybe later today. She's waiting for the food right now. They're hand delivering it.
And there was another organization that I saw, I think that you were talking to, that is delivering food for kids as well. Or is that Deborah's
That's Deborah,
program?
Eat Better, Live Better. But not only does she working with the kids, she's working with all of the families
With their
now.
families in general.
I mean, what this woman has done in the 3 years that we've known her, the 4 years, she has exploded on giving back to the community. It's remarkable. And, you know, with one connection of connecting Amy and Deborah, those 21 families now will have food for the rest of this month.
And this is one of the things that I wanted to do.
Just ladies meet. All I did was tag her, and she called, and Amy called her, and boom.
This is one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. I spoke to Steve over the weekend, where we can put 3 or 4 singers, you know, Jesse and JC, and have them do a mini concert maybe for 2 hours on this new platform. Let them do any music they want to do. I really don't care. I mean, these people can sing and they have music and everything else. And we can put a GoFundMe page attached to it so we can raise some money. And all 100% of that proceeds can go to buy more food, food distribution, whatever you want to do with it. It's one of the things that we're working on this weekend. And I think it's time. I really do. It's going to take work to do this.
Got to get food to these kids. And you've got kids that are trying to school. You've got 5 kids at home and 1 computer, and they're supposed to get educated this way. I mean, there are so many things that are just not just in this system.
But Dawn, they had 5 kids and 1 computer.
But the kids went to school.
Yeah, I get it.
So kids went to school to get an education, and now they're home and they can't get their education.
You know, Dawn, if I have
or they can't afford cable, so they can't afford the internet. I mean, there's so many things of this situation.
If I have a pencil and I'm writing a letter, a very important letter, and the pencil breaks and I don't have a sharpener, what do?
You get a crayon.
No, you don't get a crayon. You get a knife and you sharpen the blade.
Okay.
But you be creative to get that pencil back.
Okay. So those are just some things, and it just gets.
Be creative.
Teddy's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Teddy, I am fine." It's just all of these things.
You're not okay. You're upset, and you have a right to be upset. You have a right to be. You know, it's very funny, ladies and gentlemen. When I get upset, I don't got a right to be upset.
You do. I
don't.
I just think it's just not fair. I mean, to see children and families not have food.
It is not about fair. I understand. Dawn, I told you.
And that's what Amy was going to talk about. Amy does work with different organizations on domestic violence. The numbers are staggering. The 2 shelters we have in Palm Beach County are full.
We talked about this.
They're full. If you are suffering from domestic violence and you want to leave, these shelters right now are full because of this situation.
The pressures. We talked about the pressures, and here it is, the beginning of next month. But I said this weeks ago. We talked about this weeks ago. What's going to happen when the pressure cooker has no valve? Remember that? I talked about this.
So what we want to do is offer resources.
Okay, but then what kind of resource?
Well, that's what Amy was going to share with us, but we keep losing
Do
her
you know
connection.
them?
I do not.
Okay.
But tips on what to do if you're in a situation that you cannot get out of, how to make it bearable, how to do what you need to do, how to protect your family if there's no place to go. So if we can get Amy's connection reestablished, then she has these resources. She works with a lot of organizations, and the problem is the shelters are full, which is a whole nother level of unfairness because I can't even go there.
Well,
I know. I want to save the world. I want to wrap my wings around the earth and say, you know what? We're all going to heal and we're all going to get through this. I only wish I could wave my wand and have the power to do that.
Well, the problem is that you're going to open up a door and hundreds, if not thousands of people are going to show up, and then you're going to have a different issue on your hands because if you can't feed them all, what are you going to do? I mean, think about this, okay? What is it that you can do to rectify things by the masses? Not by the hundreds, but by the thousands.
By the masses, yeah.
That's a trick. You know, they keep talking about testing. Not enough tests. We got to get more tests, more tests, more tests, more tests. I even heard people saying that the tests were sabotaged just to make it. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
But on a positive note, you know what I did this weekend?
You tested.
I cooked.
You cooked.
Put your hat on a little.
Wait a minute,
I
wait a
know,
minute.
loosen your hat because you might have actually heard that. Right?
What'd you cook?
Well, my daughter taught me how to do my nails. So yes, these are a product of me now, which I thought these are actually my nails. Chelsea taught me how to do my own nails, so that was big.
Real?
Yes,
Those are your real nails?
these are my real nails.
Pretty cool.
I know. I took my acrylics off after 20-something years, and these are actually my nails. A little bit shorter, but that's
Probably
okay.
healthier too, but go ahead.
So that was step one on Saturday. On Sunday, because we got all these vegetables from one of the local farms, you got to cook them. I have enough jalapenos. If anyone likes jalapenos, let me know, because I probably have 8 of them, and I don't know what to do with them. But all the other peppers and everything I cut up, they only last for so long, right? So she made zucchini bread.
With
But
peppers?
She's funny. No, with zucchini and coconut flour and what else we put in it?
I wanted
Zucchini.
to ask you,
And then,
what's in the box?
what box?
And she's back.
And then we made dinner, actually.
With what?
She made shakshuka, and I made grilled
Shakshuka?
chicken. Shakshuka.
The hell is that?
It's like a Mediterranean ratatouille with eggs. You're going to ask me what ratatouille is. Vegetables.
Are you there?
No, she froze again.
Are you frozen again? Boy, you spend a lot of time frozen. You know what I mean?
There she is.
There you go. Why
I
don't
am
you
going all over the house trying to find the best location, but there are just billions of people on the internet right now.
I know. So she's
Yeah.
going to walk around and talk to us.
There you go. Walk into a.
Literally, I'm hiding in the laundry room next to the modem.
See, that's what
That's it.
happens when
Just
your
sit
kids
right
have
there.
the computer.
When you sit at the modem, you'll be fine.
How you doing, Amy?
where you at?
She stares
Hi.
at
You
the
look
are
great. You look like you're in the witness protection program.
Literally.
Amy, there's so much
Okay.
information that you have that I want to get. I mean, so much from feeding people to domestic abuse. You are just a vast world of information.
Amy, do me a favor. Go back to the door, because now you look like you're in the dark side of the moon.
Yes,
So just-
I know, but we're getting reception, and that's all I'm caring about at this
Okay, right
second.
there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Don't move. Right there,
Perfect.
right there. And keep talking before you freeze. You're
Okay,
good. Right there.
okay.
Perfect.
So, yes, I mean, we all have to do our part. I know we are all hurting. Some of us, a lot of us are hurting financially. And then there are a lot of us that are hurting emotionally, as well as hurting physically, as well as hurting just in so many other ways. So, everyone is needing help in one way or another, sadly. And there's just so much that we can do, even if we think we can't.
Tell us.
Okay, so what you were talking about earlier, I'm sorry, I'm jumping into, the conversation was scattered for me. Yes, right now there are 20 families that I am trying to help. I am working with the Bridges program. We have people who, yes, FP&L, electric, light, water bills, they are stopping payments for the month, but it doesn't mean that they're getting rid of your payment. So you may not have to pay for the month, but then it's rolling over to the next month. And for some people, that can be life-saving, that can help them for right now. But for other people, that's just mounting bills, mounting and mounting. It's hard enough for them to pay $140 for the month than to pay next month a $300 bill, and then the next month to keep it adding. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to come up with the funds to help some of the families through the Bridges program of Palm Beach County. And that's where we're at. We're trying to get them food. We're trying to get them baby items. We are trying to get them all different things. Luckily, I was able to partner to get them in touch with the nonprofit that you all have offered to help, which has been wonderful. I linked them up, and I think they're working together. The Eat Better, Live Better.
Yep, with Deborah.
Yes. So I connected them together, and I am working with Summer Furman as well, who is helping to come up with some funds to help these families out of need. So this is just one thing that we're doing. You can always contact the Bridges program of West Palm Beach if you would like to sponsor a family as well. And I do want to talk a little about domestic violence going on right now in our community. And what are some, I'm sorry, I'm getting dark, but it's just, I need to put the computer down. I'm balancing it on my wrist. I want to speak a little about domestic violence and what's going on and how people can stay safe during this time. Okay, so here in Palm Beach County, sadly, we only have 2 shelters. I'm under the impression in Broward County, we have women in distress, we have 1 shelter. Wow. So as of now, our shelters could be full. There is not many options during quarantine for a lot of people to do if they are in or find themselves in a domestic violence situation at this time. And it's pretty sad that, you know, we have to take these safety precautions being in our home, but at the same time, sometimes being in our home could be even more dangerous for us than the actual outside. And that's the sad reality of what's going on. So if anyone is experiencing any type of domestic abuse, I do first want to give the Florida Domestic Violence Hotline phone number, which is 1-800-500-1119. And if you find yourself in imminent danger right away, always call 911. They are still doing their jobs out there. They're working overtime.
Amy, this is the domestic abuse hotline that you gave the number to?
Yes, the 1-800 number, 1-800-500-1119. That is the domestic violence hotline number.
So I'm going to Teddy put that up as well.
Yes, please. And this is the number that you would call that could direct you to a shelter. A lot of people don't know that are in a domestic violence situation that you don't necessarily have to use the shelter services. Some people are, I don't want to say safe in their home, but at the same time, they have refuge maybe with friends or family, and they don't need to go in a shelter, but you can still call these numbers for outreach programs that can still help you in your situation. Most domestic violence shelters do have outreach programs that work with you out of the shelter to get you the help you need. So that's very important to keep in mind and to not feel like you're lost or you don't have anywhere to turn. During this time, if you do have to stay locked in, if you are in your home, I want to go over just some tips of how you can, I don't want to say stay safe because there's no guarantee ever to tell anyone to stay safe, but on ways that you can hopefully protect yourself a little better.
And so people are going to ask, how do you have all of these resources? Do you work with the different foundations?
I am a state certified domestic violence advocate through the state of Florida. So I work now in a domestic violence shelter, a local one here in Palm Beach County, and I've also interned in the shelter. This is how I have this information.
Okay.
And then you can also find it online through the domestic violence hotline.org.
Perfect. That's just the way that people are saying, who, why is Amy giving it? I just wanted to give out your background that this is what you do for your internship. Perfect.
Yes, for my internship. And then I was also hired by the YWCA Harmony House. But I am here on my own accord to share these tips.
So let's give out some of the tips.
Some of the tips would include, you always, if you find yourself in a physical situation, you do want to try and hide, but you never want to hide in areas that could have weapons. And when I say weapons, I'm not necessarily talking about guns. I'm talking about kitchen appliances, kitchen knives, things like that. Going to the kitchen is never a safe place to go. You always want to try to go to an area that has the least amount of objects surrounding you and the least amount of objects that could be harmful. Going to a closet, things like that. If you are in a physical altercation, you want to get yourself in an area, in a small area where you can use your hands and protect your head and clasp your hands together, clasp your fingers together to protect your head. These are just, sadly, I know it sounds like I'm just throwing out things out there, but I don't know how long I have the connection, number one. And these are just certain things that we have to get out there to the public to know, because people are stuck at home. They're just stuck at home, and there's not many places for them to go. A lot of, and I don't want to use the word woman, because nowadays a lot of men are also being abused. I know that can be a shock for some people, but
Right, and we talk about kids
it's
as well. You're
really
talking
not.
about,
And not
child abuse
children,
too.
getting into the whole, right, getting into children is a whole other entity of what we're going through right now that is horrible. But speaking of what the adults can do to protect their children, whether it's a woman or a man, when I say domestic violence situation, not all domestic violence situations have children involved, but if they do, some of the things they can do with their children is they can have a code word. So for this, for right now, I'm going to use the word woman, but this could be for women or man, whoever is experiencing domestic violence, or even a child if a child is listening. But you can have a code word with your child. When this word is said, it means for them to leave the house and to run to a neighbor's house. Even though we're going into a quarantine, it is still a good idea to keep a relationship, if you do have a relationship with a neighbor, for these extreme circumstances. If you have a neighbors around you and maybe they're elder and they do not want to open their doors and they don't want to let a child in, or they don't want to let the victim into the house, you could even have like a knock. 3 knocks means call the police. If you don't have a cell phone on you, to call the police yourself. And then your neighbor knows when they hear those 3 knocks, they need to call 911. So 911 can come to the scene. These are just some things that can be done during these times. You want to tell your children that violence is never right. That when someone loves you, they're not violent. This is not what that is, and it's not their fault. It's not the child's fault. It's not the victim's fault. It is never their fault. So you want to keep that communication open. If you do have a car, you want to try and keep your car gassed up. And if you can back your car in so it's facing out toward the street, that way, in case you need to jump in your car quickly, you can just jump in your car and go. You don't have to worry about backing out, having cars in front of you. You want to try and position your car. Hi. Want to try and position your car to be facing the street to get out of there. If you are in the house with an abuser, you do not want to wear jewelry. You want to try minimal, necklaces, scarves, things like that. That just gives the abuser another way to grab onto you and, to choke you or put you in a very bad compromising position. So these are just, again, some ways. You want to keep safety items on you, as far as your driver's license near where you can grab it just for identification purposes. If you can have a folder put together with birth certificates, social security numbers, anything like that. You want to try and keep that essential items is like in a folder that you can grab and run. And always remember to call 911 if you feel your life is in danger or your child's life is in danger. Some of the shelters that we have, just to mention them, we have Harmony House of the YWCA. That's a domestic violence shelter here in Palm Beach. We also have AVDA, which is Aid to Victims of Domestic Abuse. They're also in Palm Beach. And in Broward County, we have Women in Distress. All these are undisclosed locations meaning that we cannot tell you where they're located. Your abuser, no one is ever given that information. No one is ever even allowed on that property without having court ordered to come visit you. So always keep that in mind. I want to give out the phone number again, 1-800-500-1119. And that is the Florida Domestic Violence Hotline if you do feel that your life is in danger or your child's life is in danger right now.
And
So these are just some tips.
People want to
Sorry.
contact you. Is there a website or an email that you have?
I do have my website. Not my website. I'm sorry. I have an email. They can contact me at Yaeli, YAELIE 33 @yahoo.com. And they can tell me if they have a concern. I can give them a phone number of an organization that can help them. If they are looking for food, if they are looking for help of any kind, they can reach out and I can contact them with the organization that they need.
You have so many resources. Oh my gosh. Really, you can single-handedly pretty much touch on so many topics. And then you've got the kids. They're airing again next Monday.
Yes,
Kids and
yes,
Kate's.
they are. We are very excited. We have some special guests that are going to be on the show. We are very excited. Kids and Kate's, that is a show that my girls, Brielle and Allie, have, spreading peace, love, and kindness. We are always looking for other kids in the community and beyond who are doing some great things to help. We like to bring them on the show so they can share a little about the organizations that they are in contact with and the organizations that they help to get other families and children involved in helping as well. So it's a great show, and the kids do crafts and they talk about current events going on. So it's really nice. It's a very family-oriented, home-style show.
You can do it from now on from the laundry
We
room.
gotta do it
Freddie
from the
says.
laundry room. You're coming in.
Clean up. The whole house is clean,
We
but the
do.
laundry room.
We'll put the banners out there and everything. You could be right outside the laundry
Like
room
her
too.
washing machine is bigger than her.
I'm gonna tell you something. You are coming in spectacularly. You could do it right outside the laundry room. Try to figure out a room.
I think this is where we're going to move the Kids and Capes.
I
We're
hear
going
you.
to do it from the
I think it's fantastic.
Now, you also have a foundation that you do good deeds once a month. I'm sure things are not, you're not doing that right now physically. Are you able to get out and to help some of these kids as well that you used to?
We are. Okay, so another organization, an organization that my daughter started, Mini Mitzvahs, MINI Mitzvahs.com. You can find out all the information. We are a youth group that meets once a month, the children, and we do community service throughout the community and beyond. Right now, because everything is just, people are in dire need right now. The way that we're working is we're just helping. We're just helping others. It's not even at this point through an organization, through Kids and Capes. It's just whoever needs help, we want to get them to the connections that they need. Yes, like you said, I am blessed to know a lot of people in the community who are doing amazing, amazing things. A lot of amazing organizations out there who are ready to help. It's just knowing who to get in contact with. And I think that that's the problem. Right now, we're not seeing enough of that going on TV on our local stations about what is out there to help the community. What organizations, what programs, where they can go, where they can get help financially, where they can get food. I mean, look, I just told you, you saw posts that I put up on Facebook about needing food for families. And within 5 minutes, we solved the problem for 20 families right there.
It's
Well,
amazing.
I just got a message from Andrea. She sent that the gentleman Reddy Johnson, Donuts, you know them? Donuts, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 2 o'clock, is giving kids from K to 12 free meals. He owns 3 food trucks and a restaurant, and he himself is suffering right now.
Is
and
he local?
He's local. He's at 1216 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard.
So got to reach out to him.
Free lunch, K to 12, free lunch for K to 12. He's out there. And I mean, you'll be surprised how many people are listening and sending me stuff. I also got something over the weekend from the hospital at Stony Brook. Did you see that?
No.
Stony Brook Hospital. The phone number
In New York?
is in New York, 631-689-8333. If you are bilingual, si eres Latino, they need people who speak
Oh, I
Spanish.
tagged you on that post.
Yes, and I sent it forward. DJ called. He's been on the phone all
Good.
weekend. They just sent me a thank you, thank you, thank you. People are listening. You got to keep doing the work. Got to keep saying this. We got to keep giving out the number. We got to keep talking about it. And we got to say thank you when they come through, and we should send somebody out there with a
Absolutely.
camera. I know it's tough, but we got to keep going. It's a perfect segue to what we're talking about.
Amy, any foundations or organizations that you want to share with us that we can get out there? I can't say it was a
Okay.
coincidence I saw your post on Friday, because there are no coincidences. I'm just grateful that I saw it. Just even if you text me or call me, we'll have the kids make a flyer or something and put out a post to get the resources out there. The ones that are really pressing, even if we do like the top 5 a day. 'Cause if I put out 20 or 30, that gets lost in the shuffle of things. But a little bit here
And
and
I'm
there.
going to get that for you. I will get for you a list of a few of the organizations that you can talk about and give out. Again, if anyone wants to contact me, my email is everywhere. You can go to minimitzvahs.com, kidsandcapes.com. All those emails will lead back somehow to me, and I can help get people to the connections that they need.
Yeah.
But I will get you a list of very good organizations that trusted organizations where you can either donate time, money, food, everything.
We got a new segment, Amy's Laundry Room. And we'll bring them on, and we'll do it right from there, Amy, and we'll be right next door to you. We'll do Amy's
As long
Laundry
as
Room
not
segment.
dirty laundry, we're good.
I love it. And you know what? We may do some laundry while you do this. Why not?
You can say, air your laundry with Amy.
I air your laundry.
How you like that?
That's it. You know what? Anything, as long as we're helping the community, I will do it from anywhere. As long
Everybody
as
will
we're
remember it,
making
Amy. They will remember it because you're branding it. This is what we've been talking. I love it. Amy's Laundry Room. What was it?
Air your laundry with
Air
Amy?
your laundry with Amy. I love it. That's the new segment. We got to do it right from there. So dress up the laundry room, baby, because here we come.
Amy, thank you so much. Oh my God, your resources
thank
are
you.
tremendous. We'll stay in touch.
Thank
I know we're
you.
going to be recording the kids, I think,
Yeah.
tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday.
Perfect. Thank you. And everyone catch Kids and Capes.
Feel good, honey. Thanks again.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
honey. I would probably want to do the Kids and Capes in 3 stages because the interviews are tough right now. But I love that segment. Air your laundry.
She has so much information, and
She does. We got to get it out there.
we got to get it one, even if it's one at a time, one foundation at a time, because I don't want them to get lost in the shuffle of a paperwork or a posting. But this is tremendous. This was the domestic violence hotline. Teddy, we're going to tag the post with domestic violence hotline, and the phone number we can also put Amy's email on there so people can get in touch with her for the domestic violence. She just finished up her degree, so she's an intern with the domestic violence and the shelters. Her kids are amazing, right, to do what they do. And I think when this all started, they were getting ready for Fashion Week. And remember, we were talking to her, are they going to get to go to Paris Fashion Week? Are they not? They had just gotten back from New York. We thought the whole big idea was they had to cancel Paris. Cancel Paris, they've canceled the whole world.
Yes.
How things have changed in 8 weeks, right?
It's true that. Andrea, I want to thank you for sending us that thing on Donuts.
Let's contact him as well.
She sent us the number to contact him. Also, I see that Andrea's banners for kids of school, people are asking for that. So we should give out the number to Andrea so they can
Promostuff4u.com.
so they can contact her directly. Writing in the piece is great, but if you want more information, go to promostuff4u.com and order your banner for your kid that, and we'll figure out the graduation part somewhere along the line. And, don't give up hope on that. But
I
there
think
you
it's
have
great.
it. I mean, people are sending me all sorts of free this and free that. West Palm Beach, they opened up first come, first serve, free meals also. I just don't have the freaking address because I saw it on the news, but I didn't get the address. Did you see that?
I really, really try not to watch the news.
Yeah, well-
and what I'm finding is, so I do a lot of social media, and people, all I can say is social media, people post their opinions, and if you don't agree with their opinion, you don't have to read their post. That's all I have to say. I don't think social media should be a battleground for warring one person against another.
I don't have time for that. I got to feed people. I got to get food in people's hands. I got people very close to me right now. I got to do something for him as well. I got to do what I got to do with the little bit I got to do it with. I'm going to find a way and do that. I don't have time to worry about he said, she said, taking out of content. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are watching, I guess I got to do this because no knucklehead in the world would ever do this. Do not take bleach and put bleach or peroxide or any other ingredient together. The fumes will kill you. The fumes will kill you. Forget about injecting Clorox in your veins. That's not what he was talking about. I don't want to get political, but don't do stupid things. Stupid things give you stupid results. Do not mix bleach and other ingredients. If you're going to use Clorox water, that's it. People are putting things together, making a bomb. The fumes will burn your nose, knock you unconscious, and there's nowhere to go because they ain't going to take it to the hospital.
Just think it through. That's all I can tell
Just
you. Read
don't
the label
do it.
warnings and just
We're
don't
done
do it.
thinking it through. Do not. And take this message and tell a neighbor and tell that neighbor to tell another neighbor. Maybe we can spread it all over the place. How is it that bad news, misinterpretation of information can spread like wildfire?
Really?
Like wildfire.
Really?
Bad news.
I feel like Faith
travels.
Washington, really?
I mean, come on.
Come
now.
on.
This is ridiculous. Don't do stupid and you won't get treated stupid.
You
And
know-
then you want accountability. Then you want people to say, okay, man, you police yourself? They can't even police the liquids they're putting together.
What I
though.
want right now is I want to get food into people's homes that need food.
That's
I
right.
want to
Let's
get
work on
shelter for
that.
people that need shelter. I want to get safety measures in place for people that are suffering from domestic violence and child abuse, man, woman, or child. I want to get those resources out because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is your health, feeding, shelter over your head, and being safe. Everything else is aggravating as it is, and it is, I know, but we have resources, and that is the most important thing, is to keep your family safe and healthy.
That's right. We got Mia who works in restaurant. I'm going to ask her to, I want to call every restaurant owner that's closed and opening up what their plan of action is going to be. Give them a little highlight because we want to support local business.
Support local.
And we want to figure out how we're going to do this because I know everybody ain't going to be running out at the same time.
And I can teach you how to do your nails now.
And look at that. This whole thing taught her how to do her nails.
And cook.
And cook.
You never know.
You never know.
God
Miracles
has a funny
do
sense
happen.
of humor. But don't worry. Once all these places go back, I will definitely be supporting local again. I can't tell you this was fun, but it was a learning experience. Have a great morning, everyone. We've got Fuego coming up at what time?
11:30.
11:30. So stay tuned. Have a great morning. Be kind to each other. Please let us know how we can help you. 866-224-5422. We will post everything on today's link, so you will have that as well. And we'll see you in a few.
Challenge of the week. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. If you got a business, we want to hear from you. We're going to shout it out. Like Amy said today, you never know what circumstances will do. We're going to do a segment from our laundry, for her laundry.
Air your laundry. You know, people say don't air your laundry.
Air your laundry.
Air your laundry, because you know what? We might have a resource to help you.
That's right. And like always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook